All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, and you're watching SmellGoodz. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit as we discuss fragrances and I do reviews and really just document my fragrance journey. So appreciate you hanging out with me for these next few minutes, however long this may take. But this is a quick review of something new that I've gotten in my collection. New in that I've had it for the past maybe 2-3 weeks. So been able to have some time, spend some time with it, give you the lowdown on it, right? So I'm talking about from Yom And Layl. This one is their Limitless. We'll see there. A little hard to see there. Hopefully the lighting pick it up. But Limitless, which is their take on Mind Games Blockade. So Mind Games Blockade is one of the top fragrances for me out of the Mind Games line. It is for, just to kind of give it a general ballpark of what the scent profile is like or similar to, it is essentially Creed Aventus with a mango twist, right? Now, am I saying that as a clone of Creed Aventus? No. But if you wanted to know kind of where Blockade sits as far as in the space that it kind of is adjacent to and around, it's in that Creed Aventus type space, right? But it's its own thing. Just the mango note changes it up, gives it a little different feel, a little different taste, or not taste, but a little different feel, a little different scent to it. But it still is in that same DNA, if you will, of Creed Aventus, right? If we're talking ancestry.com, it's probably a second cousin, right? It's in the family, shares a lot of the DNA. Some differences that puts it in that place, right? In fact, as far as the notes that are in Blockade, which are the same notes that are in Yom And Layl's version, top notes are mango, bergamot, pink pepper, and tomato leaf. Middle notes are mango blossom, lavender, watery cyclamen, and star anise. And then base notes are amber, patchouli, agar wood or oud, and suede. So some very similar things, again, as far as the DNA of a Creed Aventus, but still takes its own take on it. So for this, we're going to talk about it from the aspect of course, being Blockade, being a take on Blockade. And it does a really good job of getting you in that space of Blockade, getting you in that fragrance, getting you in that mindset, as far as being a nice clone cover remix of Blockade, right? So the thing I love about Yom And Layl is that they do majority of things that I've gotten from them that are in my fragrance wheelhouse, that are in my fragrance scent profile. They almost make it difficult to even look at the OG. Not saying that, again, it's going to take the place of the OG, but it kind of scratches that itch, if you will, right? For example, Jadub, which is their take on Mind Game, or their take on Mind Games, Jadub, which is Razi, has really pushed back for me the itch to get Jadub by Mind Games. This also is pushing back that itch to get Blockade. Not saying I'll never get Blockade, but it's like this is satisfying that, right? And it does it in a way. The thing I like about Yom And Layl also is that they do it in a way with great performance. Longevity has never really been an issue with the Yom And Layls that I have. Some of course last longer than others, but none of them are instant skin scents, right? I think 40% oil concentration is what you get with Yom And Layl. And so again, let me just make it very clear, because I know there's been some buzz or some things that have been said. Not 100%, not a 1-to-1. None of these fragrances, none of your favorite clones are 1-to-1s. Let's just kind of kill that noise. Is this going to get you in that ballpark? Is it going to get you there close to it? Yes, this does get you in that space. In fact, let's just throw it on. Pressurized atomizer. In fact, I think I've done enough Yom And Layl reviews, and if this is your first one, I think I've got a playlist of Yom And Layl reviews. But the pressurized atomizer in the air, now this right here, you saw I sprayed it on my hand. I haven't brought this up to my nose yet. This is in the air. This Blockade Yom And Layl Limitless is in the air. It's, as I wave my hand, and it's in the air. It's a room shifter, right? And that's the other thing, is that a lot of their stuff is a room shifter. It may not always be a room filler, but it will shift a room. It will radiate off of you. It will project off of you. On skin, you're right there as far as the Blockade DNA. You're there. Yeah. And like I said, just because I know I've worn this a couple of times, wore this, did that what is it, the volunteering that we did, and then where the rest of the day it's lasting, it's there, right? So something that if you're looking for a Blockade, and in fact, I'm gonna tell you, if you're looking at this versus Midnight Hour, it's not even close. It's not even close. Midnight Hour for me, and I know some of y'all loved Midnight Hour by who is that? By Banana Republic, right? Y'all loved that Midnight Hour. Y'all hyped that stuff up. For me, Midnight Hour, it smelled off. It smelled old. It smelled, what's the word I'm looking for? It smelled spoiled. That's the word. It smelled spoiled to me, right? Listen, between Midnight Hour and Limitless by Yom And Layl, I'm gonna go with the Yom And Layl. In fact, that Midnight Hour is probably gonna go up for sale if I haven't sold it already. I'm decluttering some of my fragrances, so you're gonna see some things shift around as far as my collection back there. But that Midnight Hour, yeah, this right here gets me in the space. The mango in this works good. The tomato leaf works good. The whole DNA works the way I would want it to, and does a pretty good job of getting me in that space of Blockade by Mind Games, right? You got a bunch of different things running in my head. All right, so that's it. I think I've taken up enough of your time. I think I've done enough to at least tell you kind of my thoughts regarding this fragrance. Definitely something that I've only had this, like I said, a couple weeks, and you can see I've already started to make somewhat of a dent in this, just because this is getting worn at the office. This is getting worn out and about with wifey. This is getting worn out and about because it works. All right, that's it for this one. Again, do me the favor, stay safe, stay sane, stay smelling good. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notifications, and share. Meet me in the comments. Check out the videos that are dancing around my head. And then, of course, check out the description for any discount codes or links that might be helpful for you in your fragrance journey. All right, that's it. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed. Peace.